My best friend and I have played Madlibs since we were kids, and we often play them together as adults on road trips. We're always looking for ways to make them even more interesting and funny, and now that AI art has arrived on the scene, it was a perfect match. So here's how this works. We send each other the words for a Madlib. We then enter those words into our Madlibs, and we run each sentence through Midjourney to create art to go along with it. Then, we get together, share what we created, and hilarity ensues. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please come in and make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake, and I normally play games. I'm doing my second episode, or our second episode, I should say, of Midjourney Madlibs. Everyone, please say hello to my wonderful co-host and best friend, TxTygrr, also known as Brent. Brent, say hello.
Buddy. Did you miss us? I hope you did.
Well, it was only a couple of days, so they couldn't have missed us that much. But we're not going to go
Feels like it's been days and days.
Well, we're not going to go into much description here because there's a whole little section that tells you what we do. So we're just going to jump right into it. Before we start, go down below the video, click on the subscribe button, click the like button if you like us, if you like the video. That helps my channel so much, and I appreciate it every time you guys do it. Leave us comments, all that stuff, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so the first one this week is going to be my Madlib, and I'm excited about this. So my first Madlib is called Letter from Camp.
Oh, hello, Mata. Hello, Fada.
You got the right idea. All right. Dear aunt-in-law, I am having a freaky time at camp.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so make sure you were saying it. Yeah, dear, exactly.
Yeah.
I laughed for a solid 10 minutes when I first made this.
Is this the person who's writing, or just someone who showed up at camp?
I don't know. Don't know. But I'm imagining if I was seeing this at camp, I would be saying I would having a freaky time as well. But there's other things that are very odd about this picture. I want to see if you can pick out some of the things that I noticed that are very strange.
Well, he does have a piggish nose along with his antlers.
Okay.
Why is the tent of a door?
Exactly. There's a door on a tent. How is that possible? And then she's like sitting on something. She's like leaning into the tent.
On something that's inside the tent.
Right. And then someone
and that looks a little bit.
Yeah. And then
it looks like what's her name from Fargo?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Frances McDormand.
William H. Macy's wife.
The counselor is delightful, and the food is stranger than normal.
Okay.
I want to get a whiff of that cake. Let me go smell that cake.
Oops. He sniffed a little too hard.
The cake at 7 La Linka. 7 La Linka. The cake there is really good because you just inhale it, apparently. I met Stephanie, and we became cram-packed friends.
It looks a little bit like Clayton and Laura.
Right? So, yeah, I chose this one because I know what Stephanie you're talking about. So Stephanie, we always mention when we have a female name, it's one of our friends. And this, I can see both of us at some point doing this with her. So that's like, you know what? This is kind of accurate. But unfortunately, Stephanie is uneventful.
And she speaks Welsh.
I just love that their interpretation of uneventful was just like plain-faced with like some sort of like old-timey looking neck piece that makes them look, I don't know, chaste or something. It doesn't seem. I mean, it's not. I know it's not even attached to her dress. It's just like on her neck. Yeah. So unfortunately, Stephanie is uneventful, and I danced my uvula, so we couldn't go twerking like everybody else.
Y'all need to clean your cabin too.
I know it's very messy. Twerking was also a banned word, FYI. So I actually had to use rear end. Bouncing my rear or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's another thing we have to worry about, guys, is that sometimes the words we use are banned. So we have to come up with euphemisms.
I need more snot bubbles and a bandit sharpener. He's so cute. He's so cute. But I'm wondering if the bottle is meant to be like a bottle of snot, which is kind of gross. I did this twice. I ran this twice. So I did 8 pictures. They were all holding a bottle of yellowish green liquid, every single one of them. So I chose this one because it's the one that looked most like it had a snot bubble on its face, even though it's, you know.
It's interesting, though, because it doesn't look exactly like a raccoon, but it's raccoon adjacent.
Right. So please, sometimes clap more when you grab back. At first glance, this doesn't seem to be all that odd until you start looking a little closer and you notice that their hands are kind of merged together. And then you also notice that the little boy's right hand is the hand of an old man, which is weird. With like 7 fingers.
6 fingers.
6 fingers.
And I don't see a thumb. So.
Right. Your brother, Andrew. So I had to see what the closing, which is nothing weird, just your brother Andrew, just to see what it would come up with, and surprisingly it came up with a ginger. So I had to choose it.
Well, basically it just like created our amalgam of our childhood pictures.
Right, it kind of is, which is weird. All right, so I do have a couple of honorable mentions. The first one, this was from the first prompt, the Dear Aunt-in-Law, the freaky time at camp.
Goodness gracious. Is that the aunt-in-law? No,
I don't
no
know.
wonder he looks like that.
Right? But I mean,
I bet this house has chicken feet too.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Maybe it is Baba Yaga. So
that could explain
weird.
why camp is freaky.
Right? So this was, I mean, hands are always weird, but this is one of the most unnerving hand things that I've ever seen. Because first of all, it's very hand-centric. It focuses on a hand in the center, and then everyone in the background has their hands up, and not a single one of them is drawn correctly.
And is that a nail salon over there? Nailer.
It might be. Who knows?
And then the other one's a salon. Saldi. Nailer salon.
I mean, it's really hard to get your hand into that position to begin with. It's really uncomfortable because you have to like hold it at a weird angle. So, and then of course there's an extra finger.
Right. And the thumb. Oh wait, this is. Yeah, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's hard. The last one was from the twerking line. I don't know what this is supposed to be or how it came up with it. It's just like a weird ball with a giant open mouth and little eyeballs flying off of it in all directions.
It almost looks like a beholder made out of cake.
Yeah, kind of. It does kind of have a decorated cake aspect to it.
I like the Converse. That's good.
All right, so that was mine. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass this over to TxTygrr now. It is now your turn. Let's see what kind of Madlib craziness you came up with.
Dungeons and Dragons is a good thing. It's something we do a lot. So now I'm going to take you to the monster manual, and we're going to do a little bit of dragons. It's called Dungeons and Dragons. So let's take a moment and prance these gin-soaked creatures in detail.
It is totally a gin-soaked dragon. I mean, you gave me exactly what I asked for. Although it looks like she's drinking absinthe.
Yeah, dragons are an iconic type of giant panda. They're often encountered as enemies and less commonly encountered as true eggs.
Wow. Okay, so that's where the egg came from. So I was like, why has it got an egg in his mouth? But yeah, I guess I mentioned egg, and it has a lot of toes too. 5 toes.
It's also sort of shaped like an egg.
Right, it is kind of egg-shaped.
It's like a horny dragon toad. Or a dragon horny toad. Metallic dragons are fake and noble.
Okay. They don't look fake. Although they kind of look like they're a dragon wearing metallic armor that's covering them entirely, so they're pretending to be a metallic dragon.
Well, the one in the back has definitely got that noble pose going. Right?
Yeah, they got that haughty look.
Welcome to my horde. I'm so glad you're here. You know, that kind of fake. But anyway. The evil chromatic dragons will burn your shoe to a crisp without question. Or they make a new Nike ad.
It's totally Nike ad. I love the multicolored flames. That's really cool looking.
There is a little variation on the Nike swoosh there. So I think the dragon has his own take on that.
It's almost like Dragonfire. Like coming up at the end. like it's spewing.
I mean, this
dragon
is a
fire.
commercial waiting to happen,
Right?
As far as you can't puke a book by its cover, but that doesn't apply to dragons. Sorry, there's not really anybody puking.
The look on his
that
face
face?
is so great. I could just hear him saying that doesn't apply to dragons.
So red dragons are known for their thirsty nature
Oh,
and
okay.
evil temperaments.
Oh, that's a beautiful red dragon picture. And I love that the
I-
red drops are falling up. That's a really cool effect.
The reflection, I mean, everything this artwork did, and
Yeah, that's
I'm
really
almost
nice.
wondering if his horn is going into his wing, but we're not going to think about that
Yeah.
too much. It's
Yeah.
just all across the board. It's beautiful. It's extremely detailed. Beautiful eyes. I like it in general. But so we know this about red dragons. But purple dragons are known to have the personality of a lawful lion tamer. I'm not sure if I want my child taming lions, but it looks like the child might have a peg leg.
But I do
It's
like
gorgeous
the
artwork.
helmet is so, it's almost like I picture, like, in my head when I see this character, I'm picturing this little kid got this helmet, and this helmet is what allows him to mentally control this big purple creature that's behind him. That's like in my head.
That may or
That's
may
the
not be
head
a
cannon.
dragon.
That's the head cannon that came up as soon as I saw the picture.
Dragons burn longer than humanoids, so they consider themselves to be alcoholic beings.
I love all the cigars around him too. Like he's
For the
just
first
like
time,
full of vices.
but for the first time, the words on something actually seem to fit, because how many times have you seen those whiskeys that have like Gaelic names?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this
I
is
can see that.
Boingdabang. Boingdabang. I mean, I'm gonna offend everybody in Wales and Scotland with that, but
That's why I didn't even try to pronounce it.
most dragons think that humans are as dumb as a barrel of ocelots.
Not quite a barrel, but is
I
that supposed
just-
to be Dali in the background without the mustache?
Oh, I don't know. I just loved it because it almost looks like one of those, those pictures from the 80s where they take a picture of you and then there'd be like a profile of you up in the side. Of the
Oh
picture.
yes, I remember those. They were big.
And then finally, this is a very long sentence. I could not figure out how to make it into two, so it's just the whole thing. But no matter what type of dragon you meet, one thing is certain. Drinking one face to fingernail will be a candy bar to remember. Eureka! His
that little-
mismatched jaws.
Right, the little stubby nose is so weird.
Like, does he get to fold his lower mouth in? Does it stretch and go back down? I'm
And
just so confused.
is he a mounted bust? Because he doesn't have
Oh.
a body; it just goes right into the table.
Oh gosh. You'll have to see some of the
Yeah.
rest. But for
That
sure.
is wild.
We'll go to some dishonorable mentions here. We've got, this is one of those fake dragons.
That's beautiful.
Also, I don't know what's going on over here. I can't tell if this is.
Oh, it looks like another
Two?
dragon head. It's like
There's extra feet going on here.
Well,
Oh,
there's
and
a
it's-
second dragon head right in front of the wing.
Yeah, and he also has claws on his tail
Oh, well, I can see how that would be advantageous.
and fairy wings.
Yeah.
Just to
Because
make it fun. What's this one? Oh, this is the one about the puking. But at first, it was such a cute little picture. It looked like the dragon was nuzzling it, and then when I upscaled it, it gave him an extra eye, and then this
Mhm.
child has a white eye, and
oh, it's
I don't know what.
Is it a wide eye? I thought his eyes were just closed, but now that you mention it, that's all I see is the white eye.
Oh, this is another one of those
it's another
lion-
version of that. That is so cool.
And look at the teeny tiny little baby dragon in the
Right?
background.
It's just, it's like immediately I see that and I'm like, I want to know about this character. I want to know where this is set, why purple is so important.
Oh yeah, because he's matches the dragon.
Right.
And that was such a great one that we got another.
Wow, that's so good. That's so
And you can
cool.
see two honorable mentions from the same storyline, but it was just they were both great. Oh, and then a barrel of ocelots.
That's adorable. Although the plant's growing sideways, but that's fine.
It almost looks like a margay too, but it's a very cute little animal for sure. And I think, oh no, there's one more.
A dragon eating ice cream. So wait, a dragon's eating ice cream, but there's a straw coming out of it, and the straw's pointing the wrong direction.
But also,
it also
whose
looks
hand
like
is holding the ice cream?
I don't know. It's weird. It almost looks like two mediums. Like if somebody showed me this, I would think that the ice cream cone was like photoshopped onto this because it looks like a completely different medium. Like one is CG and one is a photograph. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. And also, is that a straw or a crack pipe? I'm just concerned. This is a bad crack.
You know what they say? One man's straw is another man's crack pipe. Hey, Tygrr.
Yeah.
You know what time it is?
Am I supposed to know the answer to this?
It's time to spin the wheel! Don't you want to spin the wheel and find out where it stops? Don't you want to see what kind of art you're gonna make? And oh, great, I got nightmare fuel. All right, yes, so here is how this works. Every video, we're going to have themes to our art. So we're going to kind of sort of direct Midjourney to create art for us that is in a specific style. And we create a wheel to choose this at random. So right now, I'm going to spin the wheel 4 times, 2 for me and 2 for him. And then that's going to determine what sort of art we're going to create for our Madlibs for the videos we release next week. Right? Do you get that right? Sounds right. Am I right? Yeah. Okay. So, here we go. We're going to spin the wheel. We can just ignore this. This was a test thing from earlier, so just spin. All right. Here is, this is going to be, we're going to do, we'll do yours first. So, these are going to be your 2 themes for your 2 Madlibs. First is...
Oh, no.
Hanna-Barbera. I'm so excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. All right, and your second theme is going to be...
That'd be funny if it was 2 in a row.
90s sitcoms.
Yay!
I
do that.
This is going to be fun. Oh gosh, Urkel. Forgot about Urkel. All right, so now let's roll for me. Let's spin for me. Let's see what I'm going to have to do. So my first is going to be... Oh, great. I got nightmare fuel.
Yes! You know which one you have to use for that.
Right, I know. All right, nightmare fuel. All right, my second theme is going to be...
Oh, it's
Norman
like you
Rockwell.
were made for this.
Right? I really love Norman Rockwell, in case you don't know. So
I love that you
one of my favorite pop artists.
2 disparate things. One
right?
of them is
horrifying. One of them is super wholesome.
So you've been here twice now, and you're gonna come back again, right? And you're gonna bring your friends, and then you're gonna tell a friend's friend, and then, well, then it turns into a shampoo commercial.
I don't quite get that reference. Is that a reference?
It's a 70s commercial, or maybe an 80s commercial. I'll find it for you on YouTube.
Okay. Look in the description. If he sends me the link, I'll put it in the description. All right. Well, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Ha ha ha!